Hello and welcome. We're going to wait a couple of minutes, as always, till Instagram notifies everyone that we're here. You'll notice that today's topic is a little mystical, and yet I'm going to promise you it's very, very practical. We're going to talk for a quick moment or two about a shamanic concept, actually, called soul retrieval. Now, let me set this up. And hello, Ishan. Hopefully I said that correctly. Glad to have you here. Let me set this up real quickly, if I may. First of all, what modern science tells us is that every single thing is comprised of energy. Your house, your car, your body, your business, your bank account. It's all energy. It all has a frequency. It all has a vibration. And it's all consciousness. Max Planck, the father of quantum physics, said mind is the matrix of all matter, which the mysteries have told us since antiquity that everything is conscious. Everything. Your house, your car, your body, your business, your bank account, a plant, a possum, a palace, a planet, a person, all consciousness. Only difference is the degree of awareness. So if that makes sense to you, then what the shamanic traditions call a soul retrieval is going back and recapturing your energy. Because here's what happens. We have a trauma when we're very, very young, typically between the ages of 13 and birth. That's where most really traumatic events occur. And traumas can be really traumatic and very dramatic, or they can be not so dramatic, because all trauma is relative. And I hope that makes sense to you. And so consequently, because these things happen to us, these traumas, either micro or macro, when we're really, really young, we don't know how to deal with them. Does that make sense to you? And we don't have the tools, the resources, the knowledge, the life experience to deal with them, because again, most of these traumas, and the biggest ones actually, happen 13 years of age or earlier. And so because we don't know how to deal with them, what they become is what we'll call unresolved emotional issues. Unresolved emotional issues get lodged in your unconscious, and they're totally out of your awareness. Now, psychology tells us that 95% of what you do every single day is driven by your unconscious mind. Now put this all together, and we're coming back to the concept of soul retrieval, but I want to lay a foundation here. Put this all together. If 95% of what you do every single day is driven by your unconscious, according to psychology, that means that you're living your life consciously on 5%. You're living 5% of your life consciously. And so the majority of your life is on autopilot, unconscious autopilot. Now, here's where that gets really dicey, because these unresolved emotional issues are in your unconscious. They're totally out of your awareness. We stuff them, we block them, we deny them, and then we forget about them, and yet they're not gone. They're still running behavior. Does that make sense to you? And so this actually takes energy. And what the shamanic traditions state is that a part of your soul, which we could call a part of your energy, is stuck at, let's say, 3 years of age. Does that make sense? Are you following me here? And so this part of your soul is driving behavior completely out of your awareness. And the big rub is, because it's out of your awareness, then you don't know how to deal with it. How many times have you, like me, done something that was really not very smart, and then you step back and go, why did I do that? Why did I react that way? Why am I getting upset about this thing that's not really a big deal? Well, that's because you have a piece of your soul, shamanically, stuck in this unresolved emotional issue. And so the great way to take your power back, actually the only way to take your power back, is to do, again, what the shamanic traditions call a soul retrieval. And this is a process to go back and to recapture a piece of your soul and to heal it, to integrate it, and literally bring your power back and set yourself free. Now, my wife Bersabeh is an intuitive consultant. She's very, very talented. And in the last 2 weeks, for instance, for example, she's worked with 2 separate clients and she's done a soul retrieval with them. One of them went back to 3 years of age and brought that part of themselves back into the present. It's incredibly empowering, because imagine for a moment that you don't only have one unresolved emotional issue, but you have multiple unresolved emotional issues. And so that means you have multiple energetic connections going into the past, multiple pieces of your soul stuck in the past, and you're not whole, W-H-O-L-E. Does that make sense to you? You're incomplete, and you don't have 100% of your abilities and your power to operate today. Now, this is also the art of alchemy. Alchemy is the most powerful art and science known to mankind to transmute what is pain into something that's powerful. And I won't belabor the point here, but this is the work that Bersabeh and I both do. And if we can help you, we'd love to help you. And we have a really easy way to do that, a very accessible way to do that. We have a group of people that get together every Thursday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in a group called the Art of Alchemy. We get on live via Zoom, and it's not just me talking or Bersabeh talking. It's interactive. You get to ask questions. You get to come on camera. We put you into groups. We plug you into a community. There's a whole lot more. I won't belabor the point. But if this resonates with you, and if you ever have a time when you do something and you don't know why, if you ever feel like you're exhausted, if you ever feel like you don't have the power and the ability to see things through, if you ever say you're going to change your habits and you don't, well, there's probably a 99.9% chance that you have something unresolved that is driving that behavior. Somewhere in your early life, you have adopted that because at the time, it was your only way to preserve yourself. And yet now fast forward 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, it's not that valuable anymore. In fact, it's disempowering. So come join us in the Art of Alchemy. We'll plug you into a community. All you have to do is go to our bio and click the drop-down menu and go to the store, scroll down to the Art of Alchemy, and it's very accessible. It's very inexpensive. And if you miss a session, you say 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. We have people all over the world. So not to worry, because if you miss a session, we record all of them. And we put them into a library that you have full access to 24/7, as long as you're a member. So come join us. We'd love to have you. Our community will welcome you with open arms and get the answers and the tools and the techniques and the strategies to learn the art and the science of alchemy, to understand soul retrieval and so much more, and take your power back. I want to thank you for a couple moments of your day. Go to our bio, click on the store. It'll take you right to the landing page. Scroll down to the Art of Alchemy, and you can join us. Excuse me. Sorry about that. You can join us tomorrow night. God bless you. Lots of love to you. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow night.